Okay, so the kind of yoga that we practice at the Sivananda ashrams, we call it classical yoga. It's the way yoga has been taught for centuries in ancient India, transmitted from teacher to student. It's not like a modern style or innovation. And it's based on the 4 classical paths. There are 4 paths in the tradition. One of them is called Raja Yoga, which has to do with the control of the mind, how to discipline our mind to attain the state of meditation. The purpose of that is that when our mind becomes very quiet and calm, in that inner silence, we can experience our spiritual reality, the inner peace, our inner soul or inner self. And that is called self-realization. Complementary to Raja Yoga, it is the Hatha Yoga, which is considered as a preparation for Raja Yoga. So Hatha Yoga deals more with the energy, which we call prana, the life force, and also the physical body to a great extent. This is what is most known in the West, the Hatha Yoga, especially the asanas is the most well-known part. And everybody knows nowadays that it is so beneficial for the health, so many benefits that are derived from the regular practice of asanas and pranayama, breathing exercises. But also when you do asanas and pranayama combined, it prepares the mind for the state of meditation. It really, by releasing the tensions from the body, by learning also how to control the breath, calm down the breath, make it regular, also that has a deep effect in our mental state. So after a good session of Hatha Yoga, then you are ready to practice Raja Yoga, which is basically meditation. The other 3 classical paths, one is called Bhakti Yoga, which is the path of the heart. It's about purifying our heart from the most selfish emotions into the unselfish love, to the real love where there is, we call it cosmic love or devotional love. So all the spiritual practices and devotional practices like praying, like doing kirtan or chanting of mantras, they have a deep effect in our emotions by sublimating these emotions. The third path is called Karma Yoga, the path of action. So also the purpose of this path is to purify the ego. We do usually actions with a lot of selfish motivations. So the path of Karma Yoga teaches us how to do unselfish actions, selfless service, and by doing that we offer whatever action, whatever work we are doing as a form of offering to the divine, offering to the universe, and trying to help with our actions instead of trying to take from other actions. And then the fourth one is called Jnana Yoga, or the part of knowledge or wisdom, which is the Vedanta philosophy. It's the philosophy about who am I, what's the purpose of life, where really happiness comes from. And the yogis say that happiness is our true nature. Happiness is always within. But because of our own confusion, we are searching for the happiness outside. We always think that to be happy, we have to acquire things or change something and possess certain things. And the more desires we have and try to fulfill, the more lack of happiness we get. So the Jnana Yoga teaches that we are the happiness within ourselves. So the practice of yoga helps us to find the connection, the experience of that inner self, and realize the happiness that is actually always within us. Practically, there are 5 points that we teach and practice in order to attain that state. The first is proper exercise, which is the practice of the yoga asanas, which is first is a very complete way of physical exercise, working all the main muscles of the body, stretching the body in all possible ways and strengthening the muscles at the same time, working a lot with the spine, which is a very important organ. And it helps also to release the tensions, chronic tensions that we have in our physical bodies. And also, they work in a deeper level, which is in the level of our energy body. We have not only a physical body, but we have a system of energy. We call it the subtle body, where the life force circulates. And by doing the asanas, we are also increasing the circulation of that prana in the body, unblocking the nadis or channels where the prana flows. That brings also a deep effect in our minds. Once our prana is unblocked, we feel energized and we feel more peaceful. The second practical point is proper breathing. Of course, everybody breathes, but not really know how to breathe properly, because the main muscle to breathe is the diaphragm muscle, and most people don't know how to use it properly. So we learn breathing techniques, and then in more advanced exercises also you learn how to regulate the breath in a way that we can recharge ourselves with that vital force or prana. So we increase our vitality, our mood also improves, and then by regulating the breath also, that helps us to regulate the mind, to get the state of concentration and meditation. The third important point is relaxation. Very few people know how to relax also. Nobody teaches us in life how to relax really. And in yoga there's very important exercises how to relax every muscle of your body, the organs, and the mind to get a state of deep rest. So even in a few minutes we can get a deep rest and sometimes get more rejuvenated than sleeping for 8 hours once you learn that technique. The next one is proper diet. That's a long topic, but the yogis give very much importance to the diet. Whatever we eat also, our body is made of what we eat, and also it has an effect on our mind. Basically the yogic diet is vegetarian, but also there are certain foods that we don't have enough time now to go deep into it, but there are certain recommendations of diet too. And the last point is called the positive thinking and meditation. The thought is the most powerful force. We are what we think. That's how the yogis explain. And whatever we think, that we become. We are attracting the situations into our life with our thoughts. So whatever pain, whatever suffering we experience in our life is nothing but the consequence of our way of thinking. So if we can change that, we can change our experience externally and internally. And that goes together with the practice of meditation, which is learning how to quiet the mind, bring it to that state of inner silence and experience that peace. Once the mind becomes perfect into that silence, then you attain what is called self-realization. Then you are satisfied. Because everything out there is never satisfying. But even one moment of that peace of mind brings a deep satisfaction and deep happiness.